Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're just gonna play Blitz. No big recap, no puzzles, no educational one, just Blitz. Actually, make that rapid because talking while playing Blitz is a nightmare. Alright, playing Ahmed. Alright, so I'm gonna play e4. Oh, kinda gave me some flashbacks here. Anyways, um, I could play d4. I could go for a King's Indian attack, but e4 and d4 are fine here. Um, yeah, d6. I could play h3, but I think that's just a waste of time. I'm just very okay. Now h3 is not a waste of time because I want to play bishop to e3 and avoid knight g4. Okay, he goes c6. Sure. Um, this is very standard stuff. Many people like c5, but he's going for a setup with e5, which sure, like he can do this. I do have a choice, I think. If I recall correctly, I could probably play bishop c4 and castle. But I think this is the critical approach. Just castle and blank. And okay, you won't believe how many times I hung b4 here and hanging this pawn. Okay, king b1 hangs this. Should probably play bishop d3. Very solid. Can also play e5, but why? And let's just play bishop d3, king b1, and try and maul him on the king side. But yeah, um, I promise you guys, I will try to soon work on some poetry. Okay, can play queen a5. Makes sense. Maybe a5 is better, but I'm not sure. It's a complicated position. King b1 is solid. It's always there's a joke about castling long. It's that it takes two moves because you castle and then you play king b1. It's always important to. It's usually a prophylactic move to play this king b1. Anyways, he wants b4. Yeah, I don't believe him. I think white is better here. Okay, it's complicated. a3 is a move. b3 is brave. Yeah, I don't think b3 is a good move at all. d5 takes. I mean, that's bad. Just open up his bishop. Am I really gonna play b3 here? Is that a move I really wanna play? I don't think I have another option, and plus I don't think it's that bad. But it does weaken the dark squares, and I was worried about some a4, a5, a4 ideas. But if I can just start getting some momentum over here, should be fine. Maybe we'll analyze after the game. I don't know, I really didn't have a plan for this video. Did he just lose? Yeah, I think he just lost. Yeah, he just lost. Yeah, just d5, it's a fork. Oh, look at that, so smart. Um, yeah, crazy game. Just take. Okay, knight g5 now. Bishop h6 and knight g5 are both valid here. I don't know which is best, but I'm up a piece. Okay, so bishop h6 is probably going to play bishop h8. Can play knight g5. If he goes e5, I win. Oh, c4 is annoying. Man, what is this position? e5? I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm going to play e5, probably take, and you may wonder, well, why are you fixing his structure and opening up his bishop? It's because I'm lazy and e5 simplifies the position a lot, even though it probably isn't the best move to maintain the highest advantage. But um, I have the bishop here, and I'm up a piece. Alright, I just made this significantly more difficult for myself for no reason. Okay, c4 is impossible now. Can take with the queen, I take on d5s, I take probably has to take like this, and I can play bishop h6. And if c4, I take, if he takes, I just go back to c3, takes, take, and I should be fine. What am I doing? No clue. Yeah, let's just take and hope I don't lose. Queen a6, probably annoying with queen a3 ideas, but I always have queen c1 here. Oh yeah, e5, that's a good move. Am I in trouble? Yeah, I think I messed up pretty bad. Oh no, not really. Yeah, bishop e2. This is hanging. You can play d4, but then bishop h6. And then, you can start going for c4, but I'll probably take and queen b4 maybe. Then a5, queen a3. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's probably fine. I mean, I am up a piece. But yeah, I brought soup. Probably not the smartest idea to be eating on camera, but does it really matter? Okay, b5 is hanging, so I'm just going to take and take on b5, and yeah, I just have zero problems here. Yeah, keep one, and queen g5 ideas maybe. Okay, I can take on c6 and take over here, yeah? Yep, just take and take. Probably rook takes maybe is better. Well, okay, I actually miscalculated something because after knight takes he has queen g2. So rook takes, knight takes, queen g2, knight d3, rook c1, queen a5, and he resigns. Yeah? So just for illustration, rook takes e5, knight takes e5, queen g2, knight d3, attacking the pawn. If rook c8, I have queen a5, attacking the pawn at a7, and he can resign. But rook takes, he doesn't have to take, and rook takes, if he doesn't take, I just go rook e1. So yeah. Alright, fantastic. Now we can continue our plan. So the way you win these types of positions is you just trade pieces and you try and allow counterplay and you take free pawns like this. I think he hung c5, and if e6, or sorry, if d3, I have this nice move queen c3. Yeah, and I force a trade. I don't even have to acknowledge this. He can take, I can go king c1, king c2, or king b2. King a1 probably also works. And yeah, I probably didn't play this game the most accurate way in the world, but it should be fine. Good enough, yeah. I'm not over the board. and my heart is not beating 200 beats a minute, so does it really matter? Okay, dear resigns. Good game. Let's see my accuracy. 87.4. Sure. Yeah, I probably played the opening a little inaccurate. See, knight f3. Okay, apparently this is the. I actually very briefly, very, like in the deepest corners of my mind, I remember looking at some theory for the perk, and I remember some Mamidyarov, like Shakhriyar Mamidyarov here. I think you can allow bishop here. Yeah, I think you can do this actually. And if knight g4, bishop g5, I think the engine says bishop f4 and doesn't say this is the best move. But I remember obsessively analyzing this because I was worried about something. But like, come on, doesn't really matter. Queen d2, okay, apparently this is all fine. And apparently I should have played a4. And I would have played a4, like an old version of me would just play a4 always and probably go for bishop c4. But this new version of me is kind of prioritizing other things, and I'm trying to experiment differently with the way I play chess. But yeah, probably a4. And I guess, like, even though the engine says it's the best move, it does practically pose a lot of problems for my opponent. Like, it's difficult to come up here with a plan as black after e5, and if he tries to play b5, you can just play a5 and, like, it's +1. Oops, I knocked over my mouse. Fantastic. Yeah. So just castle 1. Uh, e5, really? Didn't I consider e5 and call it done? Yeah, I thought I didn't want a queen trade. Apparently, I do want a queen trade. Why do I want a queen trade? Because after e6 takes, you're better in this game, end game, but slightly better. Alright, fantastic. And what if I just took with the knight, which is more intuitive? Alright, I kinda don't wanna analyze this too much. It's not that big of a deal. King b1 is good. Yeah, b3. Really? Engine wanted a3, just completely allowing b4. I guess engines are fearless kinda and sometimes. Yeah, queen b6 is a blunder. I just played d5, take. Oh, look at that. e5 was the best move. Look at how garbage the computer is. Or wait, no, this is pretty. Yeah, this is like straightforward. I missed this. But it's 2 a.m., so probably can't fault myself too much. Uh, Come on, man, I'm mad at myself. Should have seen this. Alright, it's fine though. Yeah, bishop h6 was nice. And this conversion was actually pretty smooth. Those of you who were wondering, calculated this line. Knight takes, queen g2, queen a5, and rook c8. Sorry, excuse me. It wasn't this, it was this, 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 and knight d3, which is inaccurate. Knight d3 is fine, but queen a5 is just better. And yeah, usually he gets slaughtered here. Well, basically everything you do here is winning, and this move queen c3 is nice. Can even be gangster here. You can just play king a1 maybe. Or wait, you actually lose. Yeah. d1, d1, king b2. Look at that. But king b2 probably. Yeah, king c1. All right, good game, good game. Let's go for another. We're playing Fisher Rock, 2176 from the United States. Sure, e4, c5. I did say in my previous recap that I was going to experiment with something more solid for the Sicilian instead of the King's Indian attack from when I'm feeling, not tactically gifted. So I maybe I can go for c3. Let's see an out in here. Okay, this is standard stuff. Usually in the Alpen, players like to go for d5. But sure, you know, White's play here is very intuitive after this capture. You allow knight c3, you give me the center, but your main breaks in this position will be based around, e5, and you will try and target my center, probably with moves like bishop g4 and queen b6 maybe. And sorry, bishop g4, queen b6. And in my opinion, that's at least like the most intuitive way to play the position, I guess. I could play bishop e3, but then there's knight g4, but I kind of want to be solid today, man. I don't know. I think, like in the tournament, I was like way, way, way too aggressive. I need to like calm down a bit. Let's just play very solid brick wall chess. Just play bishop e2, castle, move on with our lives. Um, I could play h3, which is a very, very solid move. Let's just play h3 and like act like a toddler. Oh, you can't develop your bishop. If I play bishop e3, he's probably going to play queen b6. And I could probably sacrifice the pawn somehow. Oh, queen b6 blunders d5. Then he takes on b2 actually. No, then I take on c6 with tempo. Alright, fantastic. Queen d2 with bishop h6 ideas is fine. But rook d1, rook c1 I think is what I like. Right, it's always a question where you want to put your rooks. Do you want them on d1 or e1, or do you want them on c1 on d1? Like you never know. For those of you who wonder why classical chess can sometimes be annoying, like you can spend like 15, 20 minutes, 10 minutes deciding between where to put your rooks or playing h3, which is crazy. Alright, his idea is very clear. He wants knight a5, knight c4, rook c1, knight a5, and do I really want to play b3? Alright, so I have an idea. Maybe I should play rook d1, rook e1, allow knight c4 with this knight a5, knight c4. Take, try and crush him with e5 in the center of the board. But why am I trading the bishop here if I'm going to open up the position? Let's just play b3 or rook d1 or rook c1. Alright, this is why I lose on time. Fantastic. And you should probably play e5 so. Actually, I think I missed my opportunity to play e5 several times in a row. I don't know. Every time I play chess, and this is the thing about, like being self-taught. Like I never had a coach or something. Every time I play chess, Like, I always imagine the engine just screaming at me, like, oh, e5, not playing e5, mistake, e5, you should have played e5, inaccuracy, should have. Anyways, he wants b4, he wants this. I'm like 99% certain e5 is the way to go here. Let's just play e5. If b4, I'll take. If he takes, I can probably take. Yeah, and then if he takes, I take, and nope. Don't I just take with the pawn? Oh wait, that hangs the pawn. But I can take with the knight. And if knight takes, pawn takes, I win his bishop. Fantastic. And what if I take like this? Then I also win his bishop. Wow, what a world we live in. And if b4 takes, I take on d7. Wow, chess is fun. I really hope there's no annoying sounds in the video because of the soup. If there is, I will be deeply disturbed. Alright. Yeah, kind of weird. My opponent is 2176, didn't see it. But you know, we're all human, and when you make mistakes like this, it's really not the end of the world. Chess isn't. Like I used to make mistakes, like I make mistakes like this sometimes, and like I get too down on myself for no reason. It's okay, you're human, you will make these mistakes. I can take on d8, I can take on f6, but he's threatening b4, but you know, I always have bishop a6. Let's do the simplest thing on the board, which is to just take and trade the queens. And for all my beginners watching, again, whenever you're up material and you're trying to convert, in general, trading pieces is the way to go. But you know, you have to know when and what pieces to trade. All right. And he's trading more, so sure. And I'm just going to play with d1. Okay, sure. Oh, actually, I should probably take with them. Ooh, I just lost a pawn. Why do I make things difficult for myself, man? What? Yeah, because if I take, he takes on a2, and if I take, he takes and then takes. I mean, I'm up a piece, it doesn't matter, but it's like, it makes things harder. But I'm completely winning still. But, you know, it's mistakes like this that sometimes make, you know, the game slip. And yeah, I can just play king f1, king d2. And, you know, he really has no play. The most important thing here is not to like overreact about these pawns and like, ooh, he's going to make a queen somehow. He's not. My king is too active. Or like I have too many pieces. But you still have to be accurate here. I'm just if a4, probably bishop c5 here is fine. Targeting e7 and monitoring the movement of the pawns and probably intending bishop b4. It's also important to, never mind. It's important to get your macronutrients and eat nutritious food. Yeah. Okay, sure. Can do this, but I will take. And I can play bishop d4. I hope I don't throw this away. Oh wait, I blundered this endgame, yeah? Like, no way, come on. Oh wait, I'm gonna blunder this endgame, aren't I? Come on, Kaisar, you're a good player. You've done this before. It's just a endgame where you're up a piece. Come on. Yeah, but I think really it's over now. I'll just play king d2, king c3, take the pawn and move on with my life. But yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm playing particularly well. The like the last two games have kind of been handed to me. Like like both my opponents hung a piece. So yeah. But look, we're pretty high rated actually. Like if we win, we're 2180. So maybe we can start getting paired with titled players. That's always fun. And the annoying thing about playing titled players online is that they actually play theory and like mainline positions. Like, unfortunately, like even you can play some 2200 who's not titled and the 2200 who is titled. And the titled player will always like know a lot more theory. Not like always, but usually that's the case. Yo, my opponent is like, alright, I was afraid he was stalling. Knight a5 is a good move. Yeah, just king d2. Knight c4, king c3. But he probably wants to get here somehow, but I'm still winning. I hope it doesn't come down to a bishop and knight mate, because I can't do that. I don't know how to checkmate with bishop and knight, which is, crazy. Alright, king c3. I should have no problems, yeah? This is falling. He has to play some knight a5, which is depressing. And then I can play knight d4 and he can resign. Okay, so if bishop b3, knight b5, or knight e4, both are annoying, but he wants that pawn. He wants knight e4 and he wants this. So I'm going to play this very nice move, knight d2, stopping knight e4, and targeting this pawn. Look at that. Yeah, you need a Russian accent for this move. The Soviet, prophylactic, slow, patient move here on knight d2. Alright, anyways. I saw knight b4. I thought I could just play king b4 here. Yeah, and his knight doesn't have an optimal, or like he's just gonna lose the pawn. Oh, I hope it doesn't get into a bishop knight endgame, or knight bishop checkmate. Alright, he resigns. Oh, he hung his knight. Alright, fantastic. Um, let's analyze button leeches because I don't have a membership. Alright, we're just gonna import the game. And I think I should have, excuse me. I think I should have probably played e5 sooner. Alright, so this is accurate. I haven't played the Alpin in like ages. Ages. Oh, look at that. I played the opening. Oh, Bishop a2 is one of the theoretical, it's not theoretical, position hasn't been reached much. The engine gives d5. Honestly, like very honestly, I didn't see d5. I was kind of autopiloting. But I dislike playing these structures really. I don't enjoy them. Well, yeah, of course, if it's the best move, I'd play it. But yeah, I considered bishop c4, but like my bishop feels, vulnerable here with like knight a5 and rook c8 probably, and various d5s. Yeah, bishop e2 is fine, and you know, most games here go d5. But sure, yeah, I played solidly. But even still following, you know, strong players here. h3 is kinda too solid. Yeah, and it wasn't e5 that I should have played, it was d5. No, okay, engine can say d5 is like +1, but alright, let's turn off the engine and let's play not knight a5 because there's b4. Let's play, sure, let's play knight b4. And the idea of knight b4 is probably knight a6, knight c5. And let's pretend you're playing classical and you want to maintain your +1 advantage. Alright, now you're thinking, do I play a3, knight a6, then do I take? Or do I want to risk giving him the bishop pair, opening the b file and opening up the bishop? Okay, do I want to play a3, knight a6, b4, prevent knight c5, and put my bishop on b2? Then there's knight takes e4, and I lose because there's a pin. And this is why the complications. Okay, but if I do not do that, I don't play, etc., etc. Like, you can look at this and go, oh, d5 trivial, like it's just intuitive, but like knight b4, and all of a sudden, like you're calculating for 30 minutes. Yes, he played bishop d7, which I didn't think was particularly accurate. And yeah, the engine sort of agrees. Played bishop b3. And yeah, I guess I just played normal chess. Fantastic. And yeah, the engine thinks this rook belongs here. Made such a horrible decision, like in hindsight. Why didn't I just put this rook here? And it's the top engine move. I don't know, I had like this grand idea of pushing my pawns here. Like I have so many pieces here. And he's kind of mad at myself, but at least now I learned. And b5, and okay, e5, good move. He had to play b4, I would have probably taken, he would have taken, I would have taken, he would have taken. And we had to have played this wildly complicated position and tried to figure it out. Bama papa. Yeah. He didn't play e5, which is, it's okay, sometimes you make mistakes. Yeah, he gave me the piece, and rook d1 was slightly inaccurate, or not slightly, it is inaccurate. But it doesn't matter that you lose a pawn here. I know I made a big show about it in the game, but it's just completely winning your up a piece. But like time, if I could go back in time, probably just play a3 here, and then rook d1. Like best move is bishop g7, I should play rook d1. Then he probably has to trade, and look at this position. For those of you who are wondering, I don't care about splitting my pawns here. I'm just up a piece more. It doesn't matter. And this pawn helps escort the knight to d4 and h6 is handy. Rook d1, bishop d1, and yeah. Conversion from like this position was, I think, optimal. Angel wants some complications with bishop a4. You can you have to. I hate computers, man. Alright, fantastic. Engine wants knight d4, which yeah is probably better. Knight d4, knight d5, and bishop b3. Sure. Yeah, this is probably better. Yeah, all right. But I am very curious. Is it wrong to play e5 here? Yeah, it's rushed. He plays 98 and he starts getting activity. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I played a nice game. All right. I think this is a nice stop to the video. I played two good games. It is what 2:30 a.m. and I have to continue studying. I pulled an all-nighter yesterday, so and I came home and crashed and like I woke up a few hours ago, so I'm going and I have another exam tomorrow, so I'm going to pull another all-nighter, which is horrible, horrible decision. It's the same chemistry exam. It's like paper one to yes today, or it's after 12, so yesterday and paper two today. But yeah, thank you to everyone who watched. I hope I cheered you up. I hope you like maybe you're having a bad day and you watched this video and at least I gave you some company. Thank you to everyone who watched. I hope you learned something new. Bye bye. Tune in for more.